All right, you win the national championship, you go to Disneyland. You win a Super Bowl, you get the invite on Jimmy Fallon. You win $1 million. You win $1 million playing God's game best ball on the platform of the people, Underdog Fantasy. Where the fuck do you go the next morning? You go right here. You go right here. You hang out with the brigade. You come hang out with the Badge Bros. We are jacked up. We are all energy because we got King Cap in the building today. The $1 million winner, taking it down. We're going to break down that roster. But first things first, we got to get this man in the solo shot. And you know where he's going. You know where he's going. Winner's circle, baby. Woo! Let's celebrate him. Let's celebrate him. Big time, big time. And the first ever solo winner circle with this jank ass crop job that I did. I tried my best.
Let's go, boys.
Oh,
Thank you for having me on.
Dude, too fun. How you feeling? $1 million in the bank.
Dude, I'm feeling good, man. Like,
yeah, I can imagine.
I listened to y'all stream like literally all week because I knew the other teams' rosters. And dude, when you want to go for fantasy rankings, where do you go? You go where all the money is, not where the touts are. BR streets, hundreds of thousands of dollars on the fantasy players ranking. So I was just listening to y'all all week.
Appreciate that, man.
Love you, boys.
That. Thank you. Yeah. This is great, man. This is great. So let's break it down from the beginning. I saw Rudman throw out a tweet that you drafted this one on July 18th. You remember what you were doing on July 18th?
Dude, I was fucking grinding best ball all fucking days, bro. I listened to Peter Overzet, everything, listen to RotoViz, studying zero RB structure and the advanced rate data. But I do remember this draft because, you know, I picked Hurts and Burrow right after each other. So it's something you don't forget because you don't really go out of your way to draft Hurts and then fucking statue Burrow. So he fell 10 picks past ADP. I had to take him, you know, and I think that changed everything because Jalen Hurts bye week, Burrow went for 40 points. You know, it's like, and then during Travis Kelce's bye week, Evan Ingram went for 14 points. It was actually the London game. Once Evan Ingram went for 14 during Kelce's bye week, I was like, all right, I think this team is like a really good shot. But yeah, I definitely remember the draft. It was like 1:30 a.m., you know.
Oh, okay. I like it. Given that little late night EV, I like that.
There might be
late night
EV
thesis, right? Yeah, I like it. I mean, maybe we can look back on the calendar. Maybe it was like a Friday night. The boys were a little banged up from the bar.
Dude,
you rolled home. You took advantage.
We're going to start getting timestamps on this draft.
Okay, we'll check the calendar in a second here. I want to bring up the draft for by now. Anyone who's sick enough to be watching us has definitely seen the draft board and such. But we're gonna walk it through. We're gonna walk through the lineup here. First things first. ELB240812.
Stands for Kobe. It's 24 and 8. It's Kobe Bryant's numbers. Yeah.
Okay.
And I made the username in 2012. It's like a username I use for a bunch of sites. Shout out Kobe.
There you go. Cool. I love that.
I love that so much.
So you're a Lakers guy or just a Kobe guy?
My dad is from LA, so when I was a kid, I loved the LA teams. But you know, as I've grown older and been into fantasy, I don't really root for teams anymore. Do you guys?
Yes. No rooting for the laundry, baby. Let's go.
Dude, no rooting for the laundry.
I've never rooted for a team.
My man, baby.
Never.
It's all about players, dude. It's all about players.
Love it. Yo, big shouts coming in from the chat. Everybody part of the Deposit Kingdom Discord. Everybody part of the Badge Brigade giving you big shouts, big congrats.
Good looks, boys.
That's what's beautiful about this community, though, is like, we all know that someone's going to win this million, and we all know it's probably not going to be one of us. And we all know that, like, when it happens, like, we can't be resentful. We just got to celebrate the dude that does it, right? Like, we just got to celebrate the person who does it. And that's what's so beautiful about it, right? It's like we all just kind of, hey, you know what? We're probably going to lose a couple bucks playing best ball this year, but there's going to be a few sickos out there who crush one, and you just happen to be that sicko, Cap. So let's talk about this roster here. Let's talk about it because we got Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, and AJ Brown. Seems so simple now, right? Like looking back, it seems so simple, right?
Yeah, and I want to make a point about that because I feel like in fantasy, athletic quarterbacks before people know they're actually a franchise quarterback, I feel like the coaches let them loose, like kind of what Justin Fields did. At first, like they weren't sure Justin Fields is the franchise quarterback this year, so he's running like 12 design runs a game, and then once he's proven, and then he gets a little hurt, they're like, all right, we know who you are, you don't need to run. So Hurts was in that place this summer where he wasn't proven at all, but he was a proven runner. So like the coaches would not be afraid to run him loose. And I saw AJ Brown. I saw what Diggs did to Buffalo. You know, Diggs comes to Buffalo and just absolutely changes Josh Allen and the whole team. So I had a feeling that, you know, AJ Brown would be huge for the Hurts. So I was big on
that's a good take there. I mean, like that's basically what you captured though. You basically captured the Josh Allen plus Diggs just the following year, right? Like that's basically what you've captured, right? That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, a lot of people asking questions in the chat. We'll hit on those in a second here. But the big one's going to be like, how many BBM3s did you get down? How many were you intending to get down? Where were you at there?
Dude, I was intending to do 150. I ended up doing 120. I kind of started getting a bit despondent by the end because I saw like Romeo Dobbs squeeze from like basically nothing and Pacheco. And I was like, dude, like there's teams with these dudes back in when he's in the last round. It's like, why am I even drafting anymore? And it's crazy because that actually happened with me with Pierce. I had Pierce at 135 ADP. He ended up moving up like 6 or 7 rounds, which was crucial because in the beginning of the season, Dameon Pierce had some big weeks. And if he's not on the team, I'm not winning it. So I actually was the one that benefited right now, at least. You know, obviously the $2 million is the biggest prize, but I meant to do 150.
What a sicko. Guy just wins $1 million. He's already got his eyes on 2 million. Look at this sicko. Oh, Cap, you're so sick, dude. I love it. I love it.
$1 million's all right, but obviously we're looking to double that.
Obviously, we're looking for that 2 million, you know. Hey, but I hate to tell you that you're not going to win the 2 million. This lineup's dead, dude. It's dead because you don't have a Saints bring back on this Philly stack, man. I hate to be the one to tell you, but Pete's not here.
No, that's why I got Davis Mills, bro. Davis Mills against Jacksonville. Davis Mills is going for 40, dog.
Oh, I love it so much. Okay, yeah, let's talk. Okay, let's talk from the jump here. I want to do it in the context of the draft board. Can you guys make that out? Is that clear enough? I saved the image.
We can't see the people up top, but it's not that big of a deal. He's from the He's from the 10 spot, so he's Devonta Adams. Just to put that if you want to highlight anything, I don't know.
Just in this board in this room, there was Never Win, who ended up finishing in the top 20 as well. I doubt it was from the same draft because he's got Najee Harrison and Mixon in here. And then there was Gary Hartman, who is one of the Showdown guys on ETR, so noted quality player there. So, I mean, even though it may have been a late night Friday draft or whatever it ended up being, we'll look that one up, actually. I'll look that one up in a second here. But it was definitely not a soft room by any stretch, right? Like this is everyone's kind of making structurally sound drafts from my vantage point. You just happen to have the best of the bunch, right? Just for the audio and for anyone who can't make it out, from the 10 spot. So all that RNG bro stuff where you're like, hey, I can't roll the 101. Forget that. Throw that out the window. We're winning $1 million from the 10 slot here. Love to see it. Went with what the bros would call a 0 RB build with an anchor elite tight end. I think we could call it something like that. Which turned into a 3-6-7-2 build, which started with Devontae Adams, then Travis Kelce, AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Miles Sanders, and then this is where it's just, I mean, if that wasn't already Smashville, listen to Smashville at the running back and here. Garrett Wilson, Kenneth Walker, Rashad White, Dameon Pierce, Nico Collins, Khalil Herbert with those smash weeks when Demont
big ass weeks.
Yeah. Evan Ingram, who smashed during Kelsey's bye and smashes in the final week. Chris Evans as a tandem partner with Joe Burrow and a handcuff there. Zay Jones and Davis Mills. the Davis Mills, the ultimate just drop the hammer on the table and remind everybody pick. I love that.
Dude, there's a lot of week 17 correlation in there. I know maybe not everyone in the comments was grinding best ball all summer, but we definitely were. We know week 17 was the big talk because we're all trying to win the biggest prize. And so if you're trying to win the biggest prize, you're trying to optimize for the week that matters most, and that's week 17. And I think if I wasn't thinking about week 17, maybe I wouldn't have gotten to this team because you see I went Kenneth Walker, Garrett Wilson, and the Seahawks play the Jets week 17. So actually, I wouldn't have gone to Jags if I didn't have Houston. So week 17 was kind of guiding this whole team because I had Pierce and Collins. So then I wanted to bring it back with Evans and Ingram and Zay Jones. So week 17 really won this team.
It's actually so beautiful that it's a 0 RB with an elite tight end and week 17 mattered. It's actually so sick.
Week 17 mattered, bro.
Week 17 mattered for the regular season.
For week 14. Yeah. I love it, man.
I love that.
Everybody
so
knows
much.
you build for week 17 so that you can win in week 14. Everybody knows the thesis.
The regular season prize.
Dude.
Yep.
And someone said that's double elite tight end in the comments, man. Ingram is looking so dog after this week, man. They used him well. He might be going off all rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, fully agree with that because nobody really knew what to make of how his usage would transpond or whatever. But like, this was a dude that everybody was so stoked on for the Giants, right? They're like, look at the athletic portfolio, or profile, like look what's going to happen with this player if this offense ever turns around. And we were drafting him, in the first couple rounds for his first 2-3 years with the Giants. And then now all of a sudden he gets a new fresh start, new look, and good things happen, right? People shouting out your minis here. The Seattle and the Jets mini is nice there. I mean,
that Lions Chicago one with Herbert and Amon-Ra, that might be big, dude. That game is scary. That game is scary for week 17, dude. Chicago, Detroit. Scary.
It's actually okay. So
that's crazy. That Chicago Detroit is what I feel like if everyone thought Detroit or the Denver and Kansas City is going to be. Just in terms of like obviously we were thinking like it wasn't bad, but just the hype level now. I mean, is there a more hyped game than Chicago Detroit? Is it in Detroit or Chicago?
That's a good question.
I think it's in Detroit. I'm like 90% sure it's in Detroit. But
it's in Detroit.
There you go.
Coors Field, baby.
Dude.
One thing I do just want to say here. We got 44 watching and we got about 14 likes. If anyone watching that's new, if you can just hit that like button, sub if you haven't before, hit that notification bell,
honestly,
and just get all that housekeeping out of the way. It does help a little bit. So again, now back to the
y'all are putting out content all day, every day, bro. Like we all appreciate it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Appreciate you, brother.
I like that. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun for us because, I mean, we're just doing what we're doing anyways. Like, we're drafting these BRs. We're having fun drafting these teams anyways. So we're kind of just like, hey, why not just meet up together in the morning or, afternoon here and just go, like, talk about it for an hour. Like, it's going to help everybody. It's like, we're not trying to shill anything. We're not trying to make any coin right now. Like, we're just, hey, man, let's just go out here. Let's talk about it and see what happens, right? So it's been a lot of fun for us. Appreciate that. Kind words there. Okay, I actually want to go through this now because I didn't even realize how much week 17 correlation there was on this roster. I'm still used to talking about
There's a lot.
So we have who's Miami have in week 17? It's embarrassing. I don't know. It's been so long since
I've forgotten.
Okay, they got the Patriots in week 17, so that one's doesn't have one. Raiders got Niners. You didn't have a Niner on the roster.
No, it's the Bears, Lions. The Jets, Seahawks, and the Jaguars, Texans. Yeah, those are some good games to target, bro.
Yeah, and then you got the
really good.
Yeah, they do look legit, eh? I'm just bringing this up last night. Let's talk about the sweat actually. Before we talk a little more about the team, let's talk about the sweat in general.
Yeah,
because I mean, you were up 45 last night. Trailing team. Shout out Jeff Safety. Had Ramondre Stevenson going. 45 was not really possible, but it was definitely within the range of outcomes. Like, it was a little in that scary vibe where everybody was hyping the Ramondre role last night. Everything in the DFS streets where he was auto locked. He was 88% owned. He was 90% owned on DK for like Millie and stuff like this. Everyone's talking him up as the best point per dollar play in years. You know, Cody Mann was talking about it. He's the best point per dollar showdown play since 2020 and all this shit. And it's just like, oh my God, this guy's going to come out here and give us a sweat, isn't he? Right? Like, did any of this go through your mind?
No, dude. I love Budda Baker. I actually love the Cardinals defense. So I thought that he was going to get stuffed. And he was looking like he was getting stuffed before he got hurt, but
yeah, if anything, not score 43 points. You know what I mean? At least, come in there, be realistic. Like, he would have. If the only thing that probably would have had you shaken is if like the first run from scrimmage is like a 75-yard to the house or something like that. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh, so now we got maybe a little sweat going. But I feel
actually.
What about Cap this weekend?
I was paranoid as fuck because like you can't really see. I knew the top two other teams, but I thought there was some dude maybe with like McKinnon and all the dudes that went off because McKinnon was cheap as fuck. I just was paranoid as shit, dude. I could barely watch the red zone. Like I was just paranoid pacing. Like,
I couldn't imagine.
So you did. Yeah. So you did watch. Were you watching with your boys? Were you watching at home?
Yeah, I was watching with a boy that didn't know anything about football. He didn't know anything about football. He just came through. I knew him from chess.
Is that good? Is this good? Does this help?
Dude, you know what's crazy? He comes in, and the only dude he asked about, this is before the slate started, he said, who's Evan Ingram? I'm not kidding, bro. The only dude he pointed out on my whole roster was Evan Ingram.
Who's Evan Ingram? Oh, I love that.
Dude, if only he knew. Yeah.
Actually. That dude needs to get into fantasy.
Big shouts. There you go. Jeff Safety checking in second place.
Yo, congrats.
That I can't imagine the sweat from the other side. Straight up, like I threw out a tweet the other night when I was looking at it. I was like, I cannot imagine a sweat that was a binary outcome of 1 million or 0. Like my heart would have been, that's tough. Beautiful team there, Jeff.
Tough,
Jeff, if you want to share a link to it or something in the chat, I would love to bring it up and juxtapose it because I don't have it in front of me. But
it's brutal. It's brutal. And they've already said like weeks ago that next year second place will get paid too. But I feel sorry for Jeff, man.
Yeah, that's because I mean, obviously had a great constructed roster and great team as well, right? I mean, at least there's some solace in the fact that you blew the doors off in the final week. So he lost by 30. It wasn't like he lost by 1 point or something.
A Najee Harris walk-off touchdown for last year, basically. DK, you know what I mean? For Felix, like just so it wasn't a closer sweat, and like he needed 15 from Ramondre, and it happened like within like the last 5 minutes. Yeah, it's better that it's just kind of like a runaway, or it's like but.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers to Jeff. That's a stinger there. Okay, let's jump back into this because you're sicko and you're still talking about winning the 2 million. Guy's looking at 3 million right now. He's like,
I'm looking for the sweep, boys.
I'm looking for the sweep. I love it. So
Bring out the brooms. Bring out those brooms, baby. Let's go.
Just looking at the roster, like. I know how we love to be like, yo, where's like the huge ADP value? Where's the big fall? Where's the huge off the board pick that made it so different? And it's just crazy to look at it and be like, holy shit, this is just like very sound, very sharp, very well structured and well done. And there's nothing that's that like insane, like, hey, you had to have this guy. You had to have this guy.
My first thought
all makes sense.
Kelsey. So Kelsey was going in the first round most drafts, correct?
Yeah, like 12. He's going like 12.
So like a little bit of fall there. And then I asked him beforehand. I thought AJ Brown got pushed up quite a bit into that like that 2-3 turn. So at least getting AJ there. And then obviously you just had like in the nature of the market, Jalen Waddle kind of being down there. But yeah, I mean, I see those first 3 picks is just like nice. You know what I mean? Like you got the nice Kelsey fall to that, and then you get AJ Brown to fall all day. Like you don't, you bypass DJ Moore, Mike Williams being out, Gabe Davis, and you just get the smash and AJ Brown just falling to you there. So that's something that
Like that dude reached hard for Gabe Davis. There's a dude in the middle of the draft. He reached hard for Keenan Allen at 19. He was definitely just going in with the plan of getting a Herbert stack. A ton of people reached. You see ETN at the beginning of the third. And by the end of the draft season, I was reaching like crazy. I got big on London and Pitts, Drake London. And I donated a ton of lineups and I reached like crazy, bro. I had a ton of bad takes this year. It's not like I had some magic ball. I did love AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, but I had a ton of bad takes too. So I think really there is truth to the player takes, like what we were talking about with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, that kind of traveling over in an athletic quarterback with unproven. But I got a lot of takes wrong this year, dude. I got a lot of fucking takes wrong this year, and look how I'm looking.
Yeah,
just takes one. Just takes
one.
It
just takes one. Yeah. I mean, that's basically the thesis of like, hey, if you treat it from like day one that like I have 100 bullets, I have 50 bullets, I have 20 bullets, whatever you want to allot your own risk tolerance to be, but you think with that mindset, like you're going to get experimental in each of these different drafts in different ways, right? And it just so happens that like, you know, some of them line up well and others don't. And, you know, you could have been 2 or 3 pieces away on other rosters, or you could have been, you know, 16 pieces away on other rosters, just the way in which you were building from given slots. But you afforded yourself the opportunity at an overall prize like this by just having a sound, sharp approach from the get-go to all of those, regardless of who the players in those rosters were, right? I mean, yeah.
And 3% Miles Sanders, and look at what he does. I have 3% Sanders. Obviously, it made a ton of sense in this draft when you have Hurts and Brown, so I went with it. But like, it's not like I was big on Miles Sanders, bro. I did like him because he said, "Don't pick me," and I'm always kind of fade. I always fade people, but I had 3% Sanders, bro. Like, you don't need to be right on players at all. It's crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, people asking again in the chat right now, how many bullets? Can you remind? It was 120.
120, and I advanced, I believe, 20 of the 120. Again, by the end of the year, I was like reaching for Kyle Pitts, Drake London.
So you you advanced 20 out of 120 going forward here.
Yes.
Cool. Nice. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is the bullet that mattered. You love to see it.
Much love, boys.
Yeah.
This is just So are you just do you have a plan now? Are you going to go in when you get this into the bank account or into the Underdog account? You're going to start. I know we're getting the playoff best ball. Have you dipped your toes into that last year at all?
Dude,
did you do any of that?
No, I actually shout out Liam Chess. I'm a huge chess player. I think I'm actually better than Liam Chess at chess, just by a little
bit. But let's set it up, baby. Let's set it up.
Actually, dude. Actually, set that shit up. But I was on my way to a chess tournament when I found out best ball. I can't even remember how I found it, but I was on my way to a chess tournament this summer, and I came across best ball. So I did do like NBA FanDuel a few years ago and was pretty successful at that, to the point where I dropped out of school and shit. But
you're gonna okay. Well, if you haven't done they're dropping the $25 gauntlet, which I don't know. They put in the chats, however million or maybe something the first, but it's the playoff. That's something I can already see you in them streets just whipping up, because
the playoff shit doesn't make any sense to me, bro. I don't get it. Like, it just seems so hard.
Yeah, it's basically without getting into that. Yeah, it's just basically maximizing the outcome of getting the Super Bowl and getting those teams to advance and avoiding that Gabe Davis week from last year.
I'll say I love the Bengals, dude. They have by far the best roster. Like, they have the best. Everywhere you look, they have elite players on defense. Trey Hendrickson, a ton of talent on the secondary. They're one of the best offensive line corps. They have the best wide receiver corps.
But they're seen like
underdog, bro. Okay. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, I had them last year to make the Super Bowl at plus 3,500, but to win the Super Bowl, I mean, they're the best team in the NFL. So I'd be all in on the Bengals.
Okay. All right. So I got to ask then, since we're the show where we do BRs, have you dipped your toes into BRs? Like you said, you were listening last week. Were you drafting along, doing some teams?
I did a bit of drafts, and I actually love Lawrence. And you can go check my Twitter if you think I'm capping. I love Lawrence.
I don't think I gotta check anything, my guy. I think I trust you.
But I didn't go Ingram. I went Jones, and then I would go like Dulcich and shit. So I did a few drafts, but I came across this one photo in actually y'all's Discord of this dude with AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase, and I was like, bro, I'm going against this. So I kind of fell off of it from there.
Fair enough.
Battle Royale is tough, man. Battle Royale is tough, and I respect you guys heavy.
Thank you. No, appreciate that. There's definitely it's tough for sure, but there's definitely we're still at like the very base. Like we do not even have like you came into this draft and being like, hey, I know zero RB, I know anchor tight end, I know the week 17 correlations, I know all this. We don't even have any of that knowledge that's like commonplace yet for BR. I think we have a little bit of it, we have a fraction of it, but I think BR from my vantage point is probably 2-3 steps behind best ball still. So I still think there is some merit and some edge and some exploration for us to be doing there to take advantage of for sure. I mean, yeah.
My overall thought was just like basically thinking of just the way you draft for this and then BR is like you drafted it's fine the way you drafted because of how large your roster is and it's a season-long contest. Obviously how it went out, you can take L's. When we're doing BR, John preaches again how it's such slim rosters. Only 36 people get drafted, and you literally need to hit that 6-leg parlay. You absolutely have to hit it. You need that Evan Ingram from last week that basically he ran away with it. So it's a totally different beast, and just like getting away from. Just getting away from that like double stack bring back mindset, you know what I mean? So go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, double stack and maybe projections mindset too. You know, what do you think about not caring about projections as much? Because I'm trying to think how many rounds it would take for Evan Ingram to be drafted 100% of the time if it was
you're and especially I think that's maybe more so with the tight end position being how just truly just variant really it is when it comes to that. Granted opposite, but I mean really the tight end position just being so random that just I think it's to mix up that exposure quite a bit rather than be if you just looked at my exposure last week all on Andrews, Hawkinson, and so much Greg Dulcich.
And Numi.
Mix that up. No one cares about my teams, yes sir.
Yep.
But Judy, you do call out Judy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think in that aspect, I think projections maybe matter just a little bit in BR as to where I pointed that out earlier, where it's just like you can take these guys where their overall ceiling and multiple projections like the combo are 3 points, maybe 2 points from these other guys that are being drafted every single draft versus Judy was kind of like a let's run them back and have them a couple times. If you can just find that and be like, you know what, like what's the difference? Like it's not that big of a difference. The odds are not that great when you actually put in like odds. So you just go heavy on those guys. It is beatable and it's interesting. But yeah, I agree with you. Not just being a slave to the projection and ADP and doing it every draft. If you do it every draft and you fall into that, I mean, yes, it's exploitive. You can hit, but you can also sink a lot.
I'm looking to get into Battle Royale big time. Like I'm actually looking to start getting into it more seriously. I'm wondering what do you think most of the teams like they're going ADP and drafting their ADP, the winning teams, or do you think they're straying away from ADP relatively early on in like the second round, third round?
I think the majority of the teams don't stray until late.
Yes.
So I think you can have a distinct advantage by just flipping the board early, or you have a distinct advantage by thrusting back end players up the board, like just even a round of difference. But conversation for a different day, because I got more questions for you, man. I got more questions. We'll do a BR here in a second together because this is good energy. I love this. Let's get these winning vibes into the BR streets. Let's do that. That's what we got to do. But we glossed over a couple things here. We glossed over the chess champion shit here. We glossed over the dropping out of school because you were good at FanDuel. And then we glossed over all this kind of stuff. So what happened? Was this your first summer ever doing best ball at Volume?
Yeah, dude, this is my first time really. I got that free ticket last year at DraftKings. I know that was a huge scandal. So I did do one draft. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. But this was my first year, dude. And
so what drew you to best ball this summer? Like, was it just interest in the money? Was it interest in football?
No, dude, that's the thing. I've been trading for a while too, and I was trying to take a break from trading. And so I had already started to take a break from the market, and I was like, I found best ball, and I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to devote myself to. I loved Garrett Wilson. Wow. You know, I loved Garrett Wilson, and I felt like, I don't know, there's a good edge. Like I knew Zach Ertz would get hurt. I know you're not supposed to say someone will get hurt, but I just felt like there's an edge to be had. Yeah. So I just fell in love with it.
I love it. I love it. I just man. It shows the different ways you can get into it. I mean, you avid chess player, loves chess, claims you can beat Chess Liam.
Dude, yeah. I was watching his stream. I'll beat him, bro. Like I'll put a band on it for real. Like
I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip this, and we're gonna get Liam involved, and we're gonna have ourselves a chess match. I love this shit. We got two guys. Okay, this is actually pretty cool though. We got two guys that have won $1 million playing best ball on Underdog, and what are the chances that both of them come from like some form of chess background, right? Like that. Come on, like how? Right. Let's. The stars are aligning here.
I'm going to start taking how to play chess. Yeah, I need to learn how to play chess because I love strategy games. I told everyone that. That's how I came into this.
Positive correlation between right. The whole fuck around meter is going off the charts right now.
Yes, sir.
The correlation between chess playing savants and $1 million best ball winners. Let's go. Oh man, I love this. Here we go. Here,
welcome to the
chat. Andrew's marketing at Underdog. He's gonna set this up. High stakes chess match. Let's go, baby.
Yeah,
we're gonna get that on the Underdog main channel. Dude. We're gonna stream it there. Let's go.
Underdog or BRs in the afternoon, some or NBA Street or drafts at night, and then just how to play chess on the weekend. Welcome to the Badge Bros channel. Welcome to the Badge Bros channel, baby.
Yeah. Honestly.
I'm gonna know exactly what to do with my rook. Oh good. Man, this fat kid cap used to beat my ass daily in chess. This guy's awesome. Yeah, Andrew, zero promises. The chess content isn't what we're looking for, man. Oh man, I'm playing Liam in checkers. This is good. Oh man,
high
fun
stakes
stuff,
checkers
dude.
match.
Fun stuff. Anything else you want to say about the drafting, the principles? Let's talk about exposures over the summer. Like, did you have like isolated player takes where your exposures ended up around? Who were some of your highest exposed?
Well, in the beginning, it was AJ Brown. I was like very high on AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts. But as the summer went on, I noticed I saw what the Titans did with Delaney Walker when Mariota was the quarterback there, and Delaney Walker was like tight end 3. And Kyle Pitts is like 3,000 times better than Delaney Walker. So I ended up big time on Pitts in London. And
just to walk that back, you're buying into the Arthur Smith narrative there.
Yeah, Arthur Smith. Him and Mariota were in Tennessee together, and they supported one of the best tight ends fantasy wise. He sucks in real life, obviously, but but I'm looking. I'm like, all right. So he takes Pitts number 4 overall 2 years ago. Last year he takes London number 9 overall. They have no other skill players really. They're spending all their draft capital on pass catchers. They're probably going to light it up. And I loved London's. I still love London. I think London he's a horse, and people are disrespecting him like crazy. I saw one site has Sky Moore above him, just non-fantasy raw ability. It's like, bro, London is a beast. But so a lot of my highest exposures failed. But definitely Pitts in London and Garrett Wilson. I had 50% Garrett Wilson.
Wow, 50% Garrett Wilson is a hell of a stance when you're drafting 120. I love that. That's hyper exploitative by like my understanding. Like that's a put something on the table. Like I'm gonna show you guys Garrett Wilson's a dude. That's really
a ton
cool.
of AJ Brown, and then I basically hit all the right quarterbacks like Hurts, Fields, but I had Zach Wilson, I had Marcus Mariota.
Yep. But hey, there's a similar profile between all those guys that you alluded to earlier, that you were looking for rushing floor, looking to break out to the next level, right? Like the prove it guys. And all 4 of those fit your mantra of the prove it guys with rushing upside with whatever. So, I mean, at least
don't draft old dudes. Don't draft old dudes. Draft young bucks. Yeah. I don't know if there's a single. I think Miles Sanders might be the oldest dude on my team. Maybe AJ. I'm trying to think. Maybe AJ Brown.
Yeah. No,
Travis Kelce for sure. Kelce for sure.
Yeah,
other than him,
I mean, he's a cheat code, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're all young.
Zay Jones.
Never draft an old dude.
Jones is like only like 27, so yeah, that's still. But yeah, he's still maybe like second. Yeah.
But I think you're running back,
dude. It's football, man. It's not basketball or golf.
Yeah, or golf. Oh man, the old seniors tour. Newbie's chess knowledge getting blown up. What does the horsey do? Love it. Hey, come on, that was top of mind there. I know my chess pieces a little bit. All right, what do you say we is there anything else? Actually, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask Cap. Is there anything else you want to talk about, touch on, share insight on? No.
I mean,
anything
dude, just not to be like weird, but honestly, like I've been doing a lot of stuff to make money in the last few years, and some success, but a lot of failure, a lot of burnt out. And the one thing I do for fun instead of for money, I make the money in. So
yeah,
it's like,
it's
just
very cool.
Do what you love, bro. I know everyone says it, but for me, it got worked out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you alluded to the trading stuff and Cap Capital. Go follow him on Twitter and stuff like that. It's Cap Capital or Cap?
It's King Capital.
King Capital, my bad. Yeah, King Capital with Cap with 2 P's in there. Yeah, but were you like crypto, bro? You were in the crypto street?
Stocks. I love Bitcoin. Yeah. I love Bitcoin to invest, and I love to trade stocks.
Cool. Love it. Yeah, that's great. The guys are asking for hoop drafts already. Chip, come on, man. Like, come on. No hoops yet. Let's see here. Let's bring it up here.
We're not even an hour 20 into the stream, Chip. Come on. We know.
Yeah,
we know
Chip's always asking for this. Okay, so we haven't talked any BR yet this week because Monday's show was dedicated to the first contest and a little hoops.
One thing I wanted to I forgot. And then we'll go into BR. Who are your top 5 overall exposures just in Best Ball Mania?
Okay, I'll go.
Like, it just doesn't matter position, or just like overall top 5 exposure. I just want to know. Just
I like that.
Okay, top 5 exposures. Kyle Pitts, 52.3%.
Okay.
Drake London, 51.7%. Garrett Wilson, 49.4%. Zamir White, 37.5% Zach Wilson, 36%.
So it's
you
safe
see what
to
I'm
say
saying,
out of
bro?
one smash in Garrett Wilson per se, you know what I mean? Like in terms of ADP and the way he's produced. But yeah, that's all I wanted to know from our
straight fades. Think about it. Zamir White. I faded Josh Jacobs. He was actually my biggest fade, bro. And I faded Josh Jacobs.
It's a good thing Nez isn't here. That's all I want to say. It's a good thing Nez is at Disney World feeding the giraffes and taking pictures with Donald Duck and Goofy. So, because he would log out. He would be out of the stream so fast.
That's actually wild that like Josh Jacobs is serving to like in theory for like everybody at home is. Everyone's like, yeah, Josh Jacobs was probably the piece you need. Josh Jacobs is the guy you needed in the 5th, 6th round. Josh Jacobs isn't on this roster, and Josh Jacobs was your biggest fade. Like that's actually hysterical. Like that's a pretty fun crazy. Juxtaposition, right? Like that's very cool. All right, let's do a little something here. Do you have any? I haven't looked at any of these slates. I have not drafted yet. We are flying completely blind. I think
one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Bills and the Dolphins, they play this week. It's obviously the first week of the best ball playoffs, and it's supposed to be 4 to 7 inches of snow. The total is just nosediving. So I find it hilarious that like the Dolphin stacks might be just washed after 1 week, especially with Tyreek looking hurt. It's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Like Bills and the Dolphins might get washed.
That's a good take. I like that. I haven't looked at anything going forward this week yet, so that's a good shout.
For the Saturday,
is that
it's pretty crazy?
That's on the 3-game slate. It is the 3rd game there. Do we want to ape into this Saturday three-game contest then and like set ourselves up for a little bit of a Miami Buffalo fade based on that knowledge?
Yeah, I've
do that.
Already,
I don't know about that, but yeah,
without
maybe
this knowledge,
All right, let's do one of the 3-gamer and then let's do one of the 10-gamer and get a different feel here. Here, jump in, draft with the champ. Let's go.
One thing I do just also want to say off topic, but fun shout that I do have to mention. My hometown buddy, grown up with, got him to play Underdog. Just got himself a grand in 4th place hoops last night and was just 1 place away, like 1 point away from 2nd and getting that nice. But that's another nice shout. We got another guy. We got him, boys. He's on Underdog. He's gonna start being in the streets. So
hey, and if you're not on Underdog right now, like what are you doing with your life? But go ahead and click that link in the description. Promo code BADGE gets you a match deposit up to 100 USD. Go ahead and set that one up because there's no better place to hang out and have a little fun. We're just having some laughs right now, $5 at a time. Let's go.
John Boy, you want the totals?
Sure. Yeah, run me down.
Current totals, again, could be different from anyone else. One of State Fantasy Labs. So this is what we have here in the live totals. 48.5, up 2 points for the Vikings Colts. And then we got the second game all the way down, the Ravens at Browns, 37.5. That's down 4.5 points. And then we have the, like you were talking about, down 5.5 points from at one point the highest total in the game. Now at 42 is the Dolphins and Bills. So
Cap, who do you like here?
Who do you guys like?
I think I would be Tyreek or Jonathan Taylor.
I was gonna say
I like Taylor a lot.
I like JT against our
concentrated,
better rush defense, but we're still gonna get gashed. Like,
yeah, dude.
Matt Ryan stacks. I fired one up, and I'm thinking they're very viable against this D. I'm not gonna lie.
I do also feel that just like my first overarching, I don't know, like idea that popped in my head when I'm looking at this draft board and stuff is it does look like running back kind of falls off a cliff, and these contests are going to gravitate to 1-1-3-1s. That would just kind of be like my overarching consensus. What do you guys think about a Mark Andrews right here?
I've been getting him in the third or fourth.
I like it.
Definitely do it.
Oh, you like it in the third or the fourth?
All right, I've been getting them in the 4 drafts I did, but it's definitely fine here. And that sets up my next point I wanted to bring up. If you click quarterback for a second, would you? Just a tab. Okay. So Huntley is Q. So that's a really interesting point, is that we haven't got any news. He's in concussion protocol, obviously, and Lamar's questionable. That's all we know. I told you yesterday, an immediate thought of just like, so it's 4-person drafts. So someone that isn't going to be taken a lot at Huntley. If he does play, you get Huntley. If he doesn't play, you maybe get Lamar. Very doubtful. I know it's doubtful. And if they both don't play, then you get a swap. So that's something I'm bringing up to you as just a typical John Boy. You usually looked at the slate. That's what his thought process is coming in. That's what I identified right away.
I kind of like Watson. I like the Browns. Maybe Watson and Cooper. Cooper's still there.
That's the thing is like I've been faced with Watson.
Guys, hold on one sec. Maybe do you guys prefer Amari or Waddle here?
I like either myself.
Let's do Waddle and then hope Amari comes back because he already has 2 wide receivers.
Yeah, and
sharp Watson shit, bro. Sharp shit. That's how you got to think. Sharp shit.
I do like Watson. I've been faced with the Huntley, and I'll be like, I've taken Huntley basically where if he is out, then it's just a free swap to Watson because everyone else doesn't go quarterback and Watson wasn't drafted. So that's how you kind of got to play it, is if you have the options available, that's when you can do it. And I think you still do. It's just, it's really interesting. Andrews has been falling in the ones I did too.
Interesting. I mean, for a 4-game slate, we get Amari to fall, but he goes Watson Njoku. I'm fine with one off Amari, especially if it's a bring back off of Huntley and Andrews. Yeah, and he's at home. The classic narrative. Yeah, I do think there's a bit of a tier break there. You could twist my arm into getting weird and going double tight end in this build, especially with Cousins still available.
I would. Hawkinson's been burning people. It's probably a good week to pick him.
Yeah, 69 viewers, nice.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong there with that. Yeah, that the recency bias hits hard, and that's how I feel like it is with. I mean, granted, totally get the situation there is in Baltimore, but Andrews' recency bias has been hitting a lot too.
Dude, Andrews is definitely gonna pop. I mean, I'm not gonna say definitely, but man, definitely a great pick.
Turner coming in. What's the drink of the champions you got there, Cap? The secret juice.
Dude,
Boathouse Farms.
Boathouse Farms. That stuff slaps. Have you tried the
oh shit, we're on the clock.
The chocolate. It's like the Dolce chocolate and banana. Oh, it's fire of that stuff.
Roto knows what to do.
We could take Thielen and then do a Kirk sack. Granted, I mean,
It opens the door to it. I was thinking that I just kind of like the Kirk mini there more so. I mean, I like the Taylor Thielen mini more than anything else.
But you don't even.
But I just made our build kind of chalky. Okay, but now do you guys prefer Cousins as like the mini stack, or do you guys want to go with the Lamar or Huntley?
I like Cousins because like a lot of people are gonna have Jefferson, and we don't have Jefferson. And think about all the leverage if Jefferson fails or he gets hurt. Like,
that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, even Jefferson just having a non-Jefferson-esque game, you know what I mean? 15 points on a slate like this, just that definitely can still get you there. But if you think of the cost of it being a 3-game slate, if those other guys hit and Jefferson just doesn't have that Jefferson game, yeah, for sure. And I mean, Thielen, he's getting involved.
My bad.
Hey, Liam, I'm 1900 blitz on a chess, and I probably don't take the game seriously, so I'm probably closer to 1950 chess.com.
This guy wants to play some chess. Oh, I love it, Liam. Oh, I love it so much. I was like, Liam, friend of the show, welcome back anytime, baby. Oh, love it. Let's set it up. Let's do another. I got the itch now that we did one of those.
They're fun. They're fun. I get it's kind of like maybe I'm a hypocrite because I don't like the 2-game. I think 3-game is a lot. Definitely you add a game in there. But
I'll do chess boxing for 50K.
You got the funds now, bud. Yeah,
Look
you got the funds.
Liam's just coming in here with bullets in his holster. He's like, I heard one thing. Never met this guy in my life. He's like, I heard one little thing about him thinking he's good at chess. I'm coming in. That's funny.
All love, man.
Oh, that's funny. That's good. I love it. We should set this chess up though. Like the lose a pawn, take a punch.
I'm looking to get into poker. I think Liam's way better than me at poker, but that's actually my next step.
I think I'm way better than both of you. I'll play you both for 100.
You're a retired poker player here. The guy that, hey John, could you do this for me? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing a big heads up at the moment. Oh, sorry. I was up all night playing heads up with a couple tables or whatever.
Yeah, so what's your story with poker? What's your story with poker?
I basically played 12-ish years professionally, and I was sponsored by like 4 or 5 different sites throughout that time, and primarily a cash game grinder. Played a lot of heads up.
Why'd you quit?
Maybe 25 million. I didn't quit. I mean, I still play a little bit. But like the industry is just like, it's so different now. It's so tough.
He's a badge bro now, man.
There's so much real-time assistant software that makes the game like not that fun online anymore.
Josh Allen.
Let's take Tyreek this time and just make it different. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Sure. Is that too crazy?
So, I mean, I don't think it's too crazy at all. I don't like Allen. I mean, okay, you go Allen.
Okay. Numi reacted like
no,
I was like
I didn't know. I do not care. You talked about. I just think I don't know. I don't know what to think. I just think Josh Allen on a small slate is definitely an outlier at a onesie position. But again,
like, finally poker something I can win. That's so much shade, Willis. I love it. Oh man.
Yeah, you get this guy talking poker, and all of a sudden it's a 4-hour stream.
Yeah, dude. Shout out the fantasy community, man. The fantasy community is real as fuck. Honestly.
Yeah, it is. It's been so much fun.
Like, just listening to you guys is for fun. Like, you don't even have to listen to these boys to, like, if you're playing Battle Royale. They're just fun to listen to during the day.
Thank you. Appreciate that. What do you guys think about Dalvin? I think it kind of falls off a cliff at running back. This feels like another one running back build. I don't love Dalvin this week, but
yeah, maybe he could not fumble at the goal line and sneak in that second TD.
Yeah,
that'd be swell.
The 15 carries for 20 yards felt so gross there.
Oh, like it wasn't. It was gross to look at, and it was grosser to watch.
Yeah. Chad, I tried to save the first board, and I clicked the wrong link. Apologies. Here, this is kind of where my mind has gone here. That online, it's a legalized bot ring in some regard. And I'll tell you guys a story that like I've told like
DeAndre
of it before, where like where like a very prominent pro player associated with GG Poker when I was one of their, Red Label sponsored guys there.
Wow.
He was telling me, hey, just, make another account, use this, chop this, and it became commonplace in front of everybody's eyes that it was. I think I like this. I think I like Waddle, even though it's the snow. I think I like Waddle off especially of the Allen. Yeah, and I think there's some fun names left for us. I don't know that Pittman has that big of a stranglehold over target share in that offense that he's any different than taking a swing at Alec Burks or taking a swing at Paris Campbell. I mean, Alec Pierce, or Paris Campbell. I don't think he's in a tier that's that far above this week. I don't know. That's just my hunch. I told you guys I hadn't done a ton of this research, but just off recent memory, what I've seen and what they've been doing.
Hey, yeah. Gerald, I just followed you on Twitter. Gerald's spitting some real game about poker. I followed you on Twitter, bro. You seem like you know what you're talking about.
Cool. Like it.
Are you thinking Gabe Davis in this lineup, or is it too chalk?
No, I was thinking Gabe Davis, but now we get the Pittman fall. Ben's already got 2 wide receivers. I think we could take Pittman first and then hope Davis falls. And if we don't get Davis, we'll get either Dawson Knox as a mini, or we'll get Isaiah McKenzie as a mini.
We get one of the two. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I just like the Pittman play, or like you said, it doesn't have to be Pittman, especially at this cost. You know what I mean? Take him in the 4th all day. Just because of, again, our defense is a sieve. We play to just let yards get racked up and then try and not break in the red zone. If there's anyone that can make Matt Ryan look like an MVP again, it probably is the Vikings defense. So,
yeah, Joe brings up a good point about the poker stuff that unless you're in a regulated site, you can't really trust anything else. It goes even further when actually I told this story on here once before, but I was at a wedding in the summer and I was talking about how I used to just play Bodog, which is Ignition in the States. Do we like Knox as a double?
I think
Knox as a single. Cool.
Interesting to see.
Interesting to see right here, DMC smart player going with a double tight end build that doesn't include Mark Andrews. So just an interesting way to get different from a player who plays volume, who's a sharp player.
Did anyone see J.K. Dobbins kind of limping as was running? Did anyone see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
So it's been stuck in my mind, and it's had me. I've taken Gus Edwards once, but it's do I not ape in on Gus Edwards and just watch him? I mean, granted, he still finished the game. I don't know if he's on an injury report or anything, but that long run, and he still ran it in. So I don't know what to think about that. But Gus Edwards going basically free, and then I think just looking at Dobbins' price, that's an interesting just an initial thought. Yeah, I think that was it.
Here, I'll bring it up in 1 second right after we pick here. Do you want to go for that, Gus Edwards?
Is Jeff Wilson hurt?
We don't have to.
What about Mostert? Is Jeff Wilson hurt or not? Maybe.
Wilson got hurt. He got hurt, and then he didn't finish the game.
I like either. Yeah.
Okay, let's do Mostert.
Yeah, I like Mostert.
We got that game environment, and having Mostert plus Waddle might be kind of.
You just got to get.
Maybe?
You got to get.
Oh, I missed the board again because they picked too quick at the end. Ben,
shout out
Chad.
I hit him up and just said, are you doing boards for Saturday as well? And he was like, I wasn't, but I can because, and it was my thought too. Is I think getting information on this contest specifically is really interesting because of how concentrated it's probably going to be. So if we can just get
see this.
Yeah. If we can just get some info on that, I feel like that we could get some nice leverage points basically on a contest that's going to be very concentrated on.
He looks bad, man.
And then, and then he kind of
Jesus.
That was really choppy, so it didn't look as.
Dude,
great. I mean that wasn't pretty to watch. Yeah, it's quite.
No, it wasn't. But yeah, he just looked. It did not look great when he did that. And when it switched to red zone, they're like, and J.K. Dobbins is, and they showed him limping as he goes out of bounds, and I was like, oof, that's not great. But
All right.
Yeah,
do we want to
one of these, so
do we want to embarrass ourselves and just fly completely blind into the 10 gamer? I have not looked at a team total. I have not looked at anything yet. We will. It's only money, right?
It's a very. Let me bring this up. I had it.
Yeah, here Paul's saying that was early in the game, and he still had 100 yards after that play.
So that's what I'm saying. It's just
fine, right?
I was just trying to say it's in my head, and that's why I kind of got to get it out. Is seeing that.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it's like, don't just go draft Gus Edwards. I have to not ape in and do that. Yeah, the highest total game is the Chiefs at Texans.
I did have all that London exposure. I mean, I think London is a really sneaky play with, basically being the only guy there. I know they have Olamide, but him and Ritter, I mean, I think London is like a really good play in the fantasy playoffs, personally. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I mean, coming from the renowned tout who had 50% of them, we'll take it with a grain of salt here. But I love it.
I don't think he has.
I can get on board with that.
Was he?
Leaving the draft with one of 3 Colts wide receivers seems smart. I fully agree with that, Joka. I think there is a little bit of leverage to be had finding that.
Maybe a tight end.
Yeah,
maybe get different with the tight end position if everyone's going to be concentrated around Hawkinson, Andrews, Njoku, Knox.
Yeah, coming in there for like a Kylan Granson pick.
Yeah, granted, it's kind of like
come back.
Pick a tight end at that point. You know what I mean? Which one do you pick? But yeah, just a lot of interesting leverage spots on that 3-gamer.
One thing I just wanted to bring up that I was spinning my wheels as we were talking there, that we're seeing basically both these 2 guys. We're seeing this kind of be like a 3-headed monster now, and like pretty condensed for the wide receivers. Granted, it is a Matt Ryan led offense, so whatever. But like, if we're just looking at like snap participation and like guys who can take the top off, like Alec Pierce could be that guy this week, and he's getting 70% of snaps basically since week 9 onward. Shit, we're on the clock. Kelsey goes first. Double running backs go. How about for the bid equity? We just take Jalen. Let's just do it for the bid equity. This is the man who just took down a milli. Let's try and get this AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts stack just for the bit here.
Running all over Soldier Field.
Yeah, let's go.
Dude.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Shout
in
out
this
Mark,
game.
bro. Shout out Mark. Is he fading Hurts again this week? No, I'm playing. All love to Mark. He had a great podcast. I listened to that one on Saturday night. Mark is a sharp. All love him.
Yeah. Yeah. Some really good stuff coming out of 1 week season right now with Mark involved there. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Go Birds stack. We're going for it. Oh, Clay, you son of a... Just comes in here and ruins all the fun.
It's okay. We still got a dog we can get.
We had a good bit.
All these Eagles pushed up, though.
Sanders up there as well. So Devontae all the way up there.
In the top 20.
Champ, what do you think? Cap, pick me a name. Any name.
What are you guys thinking? I'll say I can't pick, bro. You pick for me. It's too tough.
CD looked like no. Do Jacobs.
Yeah, I like CD. I like the Jags again. Obviously, I like Evan Ingram a lot again, bro. I think that was not an aberration. I think the way they were using him, the way he looked amazing.
What is Ingram's ADP? There it is, 29.4. It's the Taysom Hill.
He's tight end 2 this week. You're not getting any discounts.
Kelsey went.
Oh, sorry, Kelsey went.
Yep,
my bad. But basically, we're looking at a week in which tight end is Kelsey or nobody again. So very interesting.
Find that tight end. Find that. Scroll down. When it comes to tight end, scroll down. Obviously, but look down. You don't have to technically scroll on the tight end page. I'm not saying that, but look down a little bit. You know what I mean? There's
BFFL going for this nice
rookie quarterbacks love the good targets. Drake London.
GA just man.
Yeah, GA coming in there with
hey, but you're gonna be unique with
the arm to the stack right there.
You're gonna be
unique. I like that.
This is a good shout here. Goddard back this week too. I don't think it's a definitive, I don't think it's a definitive, but I do know that it was within possibility here. And he does have the Q tag opposed to a doubtful tag and a 0 projection. So that's a great little swap option nugget there.
I'd say Garrett Wilson or Devonta Smith, one of the two. Or Amon-Ra, whichever you guys want.
I'm good with Numi. Break the tie.
Let's go with this boy Garrett. I mean, okay. The guy, the one hit in the top 5 on the winning team. We're just See, here's what we're doing. We're building his winning team.
Taken Amon-Ra there, but
yeah, but here's what we're doing for the bit. We're building his winning team with his biggest fade.
Yeah,
We're building the team.
So our next pick has to be Evan Ingram.
Yeah, 100%.
Drake London. I'm telling you, Drake London, bro. Drake London.
Okay, Drake London. I like it. Oh, there you go, Paul. I was inverted, doing exactly what he does, being smarter than everybody and taking Dallas Goedert at 17. The king of the BRs.
So do you think Clay?
GA didn't even notice he had Eckler too when he sniped the stack. Love it. I love body bagging somebody else's stack just for fun.
I don't think Clay goes Devonta with AJ and so he gets Pacheco stack there. So we're gonna have our most likely our choice unless he goes Devonta Goddard, which could make sense. Do we take Smith? If
I think so. Yeah,
I think so too.
I think that's a no-brainer.
He seems to really want to give touchdowns to both players every week. Like I noticed they each get a touchdown on the last few weeks.
Yeah, Mark talking about how he's actually caring about his players and coming up to him after that game like, I got you, don't worry.
All right, we're taking Amon-Ra overruled.
This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
So I didn't put this variable into there, so yeah, I like that. I like that as well.
I do think Goff is going to struggle. I think Goff is going to struggle mightily, kind of like in that Patriots game. Like the Jets defense is no joke. The Lions might hit a road fall.
I love that.
But I mean, I can't pass
Watkins
up Amon-Ra
is the guy you need in week 15.
Can't pass up Amon-Ra. He did terrible last week and he still got 11.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and it helped that one of the plays was that long bomb to Chark, and then they were just getting like everyone else involved. Amon-Ra getting sauced. Yeah. Well, does Sauce follow around, or does he play one side? Because Amon-Ra is going to be.
I think Amon-Ra will be good against Sauce personally.
He moves around enough that it whatever. D Brown taking our bit there, taking Evan Ingram right out from under
us.
Drake London goes. Goodness.
Wow.
And that's why we never talk on the stream. That's why we sit here. That's why we sit here in silence as we draft our BRs. And we look at each other. We do some head nods. A little telepathy going on here.
Y'all already what's coming with my squad. I'm excited, Clay. I'm excited to see what you're about to do.
What's he cooking with right now?
He's got a Godwin. There you go. BFFL came in here with that Ritter and London. I can get on board with it. Yeah. I mean, kind of crazy in this draft right now that Justin Fields is mystery relevant at the quarterback position, and he's the last quarterback being taken. If you could have told me that we'd get Justin Fields in the 6th round, I never would have taken Jalen Hurts. But that's just me. Any names here?
No, I don't.
You don't know?
No names.
No names.
I guess Olave. I mean, I don't know. I like Olave. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Olave and Pitt. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh. Like the 1 week that Hurts had a bye week, Burrow played the Falcons and he went for 40. The Falcons are eminently easy to throw
on this team as a bring back to the naked Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. I don't mind that. It'll definitely be unique because I think Komet's ADP is thrust up because he'll be like a very common backstacking partner with Justin Fields.
Oh, okay. Pacheco and McKinnon against them, and
Mahomes. A little Mahomes double running back. Woo!
You're right. I wasn't ready.
I was not ready.
Hats off. That's nice.
I like this Knight play. I think Knight's really really stepped up into a stranglehold of that backfield.
Night, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about it. I think he makes the most sense here, given the fact that Goddard's gone. You know, old John Boy will always draft some Darren Waller. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, you see Darren Waller, you click on him. We know that he's a magnet. Yeah, your eyes just go, look at Darren Waller, though.
Oh, Darren Waller, yes. Give me more.
That guy was a hell of a bust. I can't speak with 50% pits, but man, Waller is something else.
Yeah, man. That was a big the alpha elite tight end tier that everybody was like, hey, we can thrust these like 3 guys up, and then it became like, oh, maybe these 5 guys, right? Like that Kelsey, Andrews, Waller, Pitts, and Kittle. And it was like, okay, draw a line in the sand. That was the elite tier. And then it was like, hey, maybe thrust those 2 Andrews and Kelsey up a little higher than the rest, and then draw another line for like your preseason tiers. It just turned out to just be like Kelsey or nobody. Right. I mean, like Andrews has definitely been really good and had some good weeks and stuff like that, but definitely didn't pay off ADP. Right.
The tight ends were like falling the whole season. If you were drafting every day, you were noticing that like every single week, the especially Kittle and Waller, they would just fall a bit more the whole year. So the market was definitely sharp when it came to that, in my opinion, because people were kind of like, why is Kittle going in the 5th round? And look at what happened.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, run it up on the Texans. Yeah, I like that shout. Yeah, where are these elite tight ends going next year? That's a good question. I actually saved Underdog has released contests for next year already, but they're not tournaments. They're just like 12-man drafts. So you can actually draft right now. Maybe we'll do one on stream and we'll get like 12 sickos in there who want to do a 2023 one and just create an ADP.
Kelsey's going 2.
Kelsey's going 2 overall?
Yeah, 2023 way too early?
Yep. You got ADP?
Yeah, you can just go to rankings and click ADP.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, Kelsey at 3 or 2 technically, and then Mark Andrews at 33, Goddard at 58, Pitts again way too early. Pitts at 60, Hawkinson at 65, Kittle at 74, Freiermuth 75.
So Hawk ahead of Kittle and Pitts ahead of both.
Yep. Your boy Waller, and then Njoku at 91, Waller at 101. Dolce, yeah. So basically, where are the elite tight ends going? Sorry, to answer your question, it's 2nd pick, 33, which I'm trying to do math real quick. Is that middle of the 3rd round?
Dude, at the beginning of the summer, Waller was going way before them. He was going with Waddle
or Henry. Do you guys have a preference?
Derrick Henry against that defense. It's interesting.
Yep.
I like that. I like that.
And the thing for me is the amount of stack options, or just simple. You don't even have to do a full-fledged stack. You don't have to do a quarterback with it. You can get a mini stack with it. You can something that's interesting just going right off the bat is there's a tight end going against this team. Same thing, Evan Ingram type vibe. Just do a nice Gerald Everett stack with it, or mini stack. So a lot of interesting things. Obviously, that's probably going to be very common. We'll have to see with the sheet, but yeah.
Hadn't seen London go in a single draft yet. So you planted the seed there. People are on London now.
Hey, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Like, he was 17 years old. He was putting up numbers next to Amon-Ra at USC when he was 17. He's legit.
Yeah, he's got that like that, not old school, but like he's got that like AJ Brown body type profile, right? Where it's like when he fills out, he could be like that kind of like thick alpha X wide receiver. Like he's got that archetype. He doesn't play like him, but like, I don't know.
His route running is crisp. His route running is really crisp.
Let's see. I'm just still trying to figure out these drafts, like, and as we
go. All right. This ADP is, I mean,
it's something.
Be moving some guys all over the place here. Yeah.
ADP is an artificial construct, so let's just pick some players. Am I right?
Damn straight. This T Higgins being way down too is a lot of fun.
Yep. Yep. So you do
that
you
seems
here,
like a good one.
or what you're thinking.
I kind of like going Mike Williams. I think Mike Williams could be that dude.
Bypass Keenan.
Yeah,
and hope that Mike Williams is the guy that isn't your Keenan is your basically maybe a little bit better, maybe not, but again, he gives that Deontay Johnson profile where it's like, yes, you can get in there with that touchdown, but he's very touchdown dependent. And it not being full PPR, it's not as viable, where Mike Williams can get you there with that Mike Williams plays that he just does all the time.
Man, my eyes just keep going to third round Amon-Ra. I can't shut it down.
You had about 4 seconds.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I think he has the ability to beat Sanders, east-west with the routes. Like, I mean, Sauce. I think he can beat Sauce.
I like it. Yo, how'd you celebrate last night? You pop a couple cold ones? What'd you do?
Just listen to music, man.
Nice.
That's what I like most about winning money, is that music sounds better. I don't know if you guys feel the same way.
I like it. What do you like? What are you into?
All kinds of stuff, dude. You don't want to know what No, I listen to a lot of slowed and reverbed. A lot of just stuff slowed and reverbed.
I don't even know what that would sound like.
Okay, like you literally just mean the song, but in a slow reverb form, right?
Yeah.
Got you.
Oh,
okay.
Cool.
And just YouTube Premium, it's just pumping shit out for me.
YouTube. I go with the YouTube. So I mean, I listen to on YouTube and stuff like that. I like to do a lot of lo-fi mixes. So I'll type in like a rapper that I'll like, and I'll do like a whatever, someone chill lo-fi, and they'll give me their songs with a lo-fi beat. Those things are nice when I'm just doing some like looking stats or just building lineups, doing whatever when I'm at the computer. Like that's rather than bumping hardcore and get it. That's just some nice nice.
We're on the same wavelength there.
Yeah, I like a lot of rap, so that's what I like. That's what I'm into, lyrical rap, hardcore, not the mumble stuff, but a lot of lyrical rap.
Okay, I say we do Evan Ingram for the bid equity, just because we got to get him in here. After he shipped you a mill, we have to get him in here. Yeah. I'm thinking about setting up back stacks, and I think I really like this.
I like it too.
Yep.
I don't know
how many. He's burned people so many times, bro. Like T. Higgins has burned people so many times. Like the Jags burned everybody last week, and then look at what they did the week following. I just think it's a good strategy.
Conspiracy theory basically going on with the T. Higgins. Did it get reported? Blah blah blah. All this stuff. It's just like it's fantasy. It's football. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have to report it pregame that he had whatever setback. So
sick.
But that helped out my face exposure. That's for sure.
I got a plan. Here, and it's gonna actually involve passing on Ingram right now. I'm sorry.
Okay. No,
I got a plan.
Are you taking?
I got a plan.
I
got a plan.
Well,
I got a plan.
We have to wait.
Yeah, okay. I'm taking Burrow for this stack.
All right,
because I think there's no other great way to get there unless we go Lawrence Ingram. And admittedly, I don't love Lawrence this week versus that pass rush. I think that the pass rush of Dallas is just on a completely other level. I haven't done any like advanced look into how Trevor Lawrence fares against the blitz, but in my mind, it's not great. But
I can get that for you if you want.
Yeah.
Chip makes a great point. I don't know how y'all do the NBA stuff, man.
Oh man, it's so tilting sometimes. Yeah, I'm getting my first dose of it, and I like NBA. I've literally said I think it's a full-time job. Like NBA is it's tough.
When I was doing it like 4 years ago, it was way easier. They had a drop on FanDuel, which was amazing for strategy. But now it seems like everybody goes off in the NBA. Like it just seems like everybody's putting up points. Am I wrong?
No.
Just like the lineups are insane that win. You just need everybody.
All right. This was the plan. Pass on Ingram, and you get Dallas. You get Dallas Goedert in the last here. I think 6th round Dallas Goedert makes a lot of sense right now. And then we just get a free swap to anybody if we miss on it, and that feels good. I think that feels better than taking Evan Ingram the pick before and then not knowing what to do at quarterback after, because we'd basically be left with the decision of Do we like Jared Goff against that defense? Not really. Trevor Lawrence went, so I mean, we wouldn't even have had that option. Maybe Lawrence doesn't go if we take Ingram, we stack it. I don't know. But Dallas Goedert in the last round here feels kind of nice. There's one thing I would caution about the Dallas Goedert thing, just from like a bro science standpoint, would just be the fact that like, hey, this team does not have much to play for right now. They're going to lock up the NFC. They're going to lock up the bye. They're going to lock up all that. And there's no reason to rush Dallas Goedert back. If he's not 100%, even if he's 100%, maybe he only plays like 60% of snaps, because there's no reason to rush this dude back. Have him for the postseason. They're thinking Super Bowl through and through, right? So that would be one cautionary tale for Dallas Goedert this week. But I do like it in a vacuum as a play right there. Let's hit the wrap it up box. That was beautiful. Great stream. Man. I'm going to do something that I should have done half an hour ago. Put up the display names there. Go follow King Cap, King Capital with 2 P's and 2 K's, right? Nailed it.
Yeah.
On Twitter. The link is in the bio. If this is your first time hanging out here, thank you so much for being here. Do us a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification. We are making Battle Royale content for Underdog specific contests every day. And from the man who just shipped $1 million, his words, not mine, said you don't even have to be playing the BR contest to come hang out and have a little fun with the lads. Cap, big shouts, man. Big shouts.
Hey, thank you all.
Yeah.
Hey, just love the community, and I shout out Nez. I wish he was here, man, but
you guys gotta hang out with he's gotta hang out with Mickey Mouse today.
Cap, we gotta get you in the Discord. You're not are you in the Discord?
I am in the Discord, but I'm not active. I'll get active.
No, you're good. You're good. Hey, as long as you're in there, that's all I wanted. Yes, sir. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. So
much love. Stay grinding.
Again, appreciate you hopping on. You. Yeah, this was a great episode. Staying with the entire time. Yeah, by far one of the best, if not the best episodes we've had. So again, congrats. You're gonna have to let us know when you actually get the feeling of, it's probably when it comes into your account. So Thursday maybe of that $1 million. But yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've only done like really small withdrawals, and I've done the PayPal. I'm assuming I should do the interchecks option.
That'll be a question for support, because I've never done anything over like 5-figure, so I don't know. 5-figure stuff, I always just do PayPal and it's fine. But I've never.
I guess I'll do PayPal.
I've never done 6. Never. I don't know.
Maybe hit up the boy.
I would hit up. I would hit up support. I would hit up whatever. You know what? They're probably going to address you individually, and they're going to talk you through something like that anyways. I don't think it's just going to appear in your account. As cool as that would be, I just don't think that's going to be it. But
there you go, Paul.
Thank you guys for the great content. Thank you all. Much love.
You can work with them to wire. There you go. So Paul wins everything. Paul knows what's up. PayPal was 7,500 max. Canada's a little different. I can get a couple extra bucks out of there.
All right, nobody cares what you're
All right. Hey, do us a favor. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow, hit that notification bell. All of our Twitter info is below for the 3 of us plus Nez. Join the Deposit Kingdom Discord. Did I say that one yet?
Join the Deposit Kingdom. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let us know when we go live.
Hey, Numi, this is my thing, not yours, bud. Come on. All right. Appreciate y'all being here. And if you do not play on Underdog Fantasy, what are you doing with your life? Go hit that promo code before. Use the promo code BADGE. Sign up for 100+ deposit bonus match. And you too can have a shot at $1 million like our guy Cap right here.
And just one little tip. Possibly tonight we'll do a little maybe hoops.
Might be back for a late night hoop stream. Everybody's favorite time of the show. Thank you, Cap, for being here. For Numi, for me, for Cap. Let's go. Everybody's favorite time of the show. The end. Peace.